where are you going to get the money to fix everything that's wrong in the UK and improve people's lives?
Well, let me address both of those questions, because I took over the Labour Party 4.5 years ago. We'd just had the worst general election result since 1935. And the pessimist was saying the Labour Party will never win an election again. The optimist said, well, you might, but it'll take you 10 years.
Sir Keir Starmer, born September 2nd, 1962, is a British politician and barrister who became leader of the Labour Party in 2020. He spent much of his pre-political career in law, specializing in human rights. Notably, he served as the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, from 2008 to 2013, where he implemented major reforms and gained public recognition. Elected MPP for Holborn and St. Pancras in 2015, Starmer quickly ascended in Labour ranks, aiming to guide the party towards centrist policies. His legal experience shaped his pragmatic approach to leadership, favoring stability, social justice, and economic responsibility. Starmer's time as Prime Minister has been characterized by efforts to address economic challenges, improve public services, and fortify the UK's global standing. Yet his tenure has not been without lighter moments, such as an unexpected international controversy involving the French police and an innocent scoop of ice cream. Let's learn more about Keir Starmer's career so far.
The only way you get the big reform is by having a secure economy, and that's the discussion that we're having internally in the Labour Party now. I'm absolutely clear about the direction of travel on this.
Keir Starmer grew up in Oxted, Surrey, in a working-class family. His father, Rodney, worked as a toolmaker, while his mother, Josephine, was a nurse who battled with Still's disease, a severe form of rheumatoid arthritis that eventually confined her to a wheelchair. The demands of his mother's illness were considerable, shaping Starmer's sense of compassion and responsibility from a young age. Starmer attended the local Reigate Grammar School, which became an independent institution during his time there. Despite these changes, Starmer thrived academically and musically, achieving high marks and showing an early passion for social justice. His love for learning and his parents' values influenced his decision to pursue law. Starmer studied at the University of Leeds and then completed postgraduate studies at St. Edmund Hall, Oxford, developing a sharp legal mind and building a strong foundation in human rights law. Before his political career, Starmer gained acclaim as a barrister specializing in human rights. He co-founded Doughty Street Chambers in 1990, one of the UK's leading human rights-focused law chambers. During this period, Starmer represented clients in high-profile cases, including those involving freedom of expression, press freedom, and workers' rights. His commitment to social justice, particularly in cases involving marginalized or underrepresented groups, earned him a reputation as a principled and determined advocate. In 2008, Starmer was appointed Director of Public Prosecutions, a role that placed him at the helm of the Crown Prosecution Service. As DPP, he implemented significant reforms to streamline and modernize the organization, focusing on accountability and transparency. Under his leadership, the CPS made strides in improving the prosecution of sexual violence cases, which had been historically underreported and poorly managed. Starmer's commitment to justice was evident, even as he faced difficult cases such as the 2011 London riots, in which he ensured that legal responses balanced fairness with deterrence. Starmer's tenure as DPP also brought him into the public eye for his principled stance on several controversial issues. His decisions, particularly regarding cases with significant public interest, reflected his dedication to ensuring justice for all, including implementing procedures to support vulnerable victims. These efforts reinforced his reputation for integrity, paving the way for a career in politics. In 2015, Keir Starmer entered Parliament as the Labour MP for Holborn and St. Pancras, having won the seat with a significant majority. He quickly climbed the ranks within the Labour Party, taking on the role of Shadow Minister for Immigration in 2015. His background as a barrister, along with his experience as DPP, brought credibility to his political positions, particularly concerning law, justice, and human rights. Starmer's rise within Labour was further solidified when he took on the position of Shadow Brexit Secretary in 2016. Amidst complex Brexit negotiations, Starmer advocated for a pragmatic approach, focusing on protecting workers' rights and maintaining close ties with the EU. His careful positioning on Brexit, an issue that had divided the party and the country, was pivotal. After Labour's loss in the 2019 general election, Starmer won the Labour leadership in 2020, succeeding Jeremy Corbyn. He set about repositioning the party towards centrist policies and improving its image as a responsible governing alternative to the Conservatives. Upon becoming Prime Minister, Starmer faced numerous challenges, from addressing economic instability to strengthening public services. One of his first initiatives involved a comprehensive economic package to support small businesses, create jobs, and encourage sustainable development. Starmer's administration has emphasized social programs, aiming to address inequality by bolstering the National Health Service, improving access to quality education, and increasing housing affordability. Starmer's focus on pragmatic governance has drawn praise, particularly for his dedication to evidence-based policies. His initiatives have been widely regarded as thoughtful and calculated, reflecting his preference for stability over populist rhetoric. Starmer's international approach aims to strengthen the UK's role on the global stage, repairing relations with the EU and forming strategic alliances. His reception, however, has been mixed. While some appreciate his emphasis on practicality, others criticize his reserved, sometimes understated leadership style. The balance between pragmatism and caution has been seen as both a strength and a drawback, reflecting the nuanced nature of his approach. Domestically, Starmer faces ongoing challenges, with critics arguing that his moderate policies sometimes lack the boldness necessary to tackle the pressing issues of modern Britain. Nonetheless, Starmer's support base respects his integrity and commitment to responsible governance, values deeply rooted in his legal career. One of the more unusual controversies of his time as Prime Minister involved a lighthearted but surprising incident with French police. During a diplomatic trip to France, Starmer took an afternoon off to explore a local village with his family. Known for his love of simple pleasures, he stopped by an ice cream stand, eager to try a local flavor. But things took a surprising turn when a minor miscommunication about payment methods led to an amusing encounter with French law enforcement. As Starmer attempted to explain the mix-up in his modest French, passers-by quickly recognized him, leading to a small crowd gathering around the Prime Minister's casual outing. French police intervened, suspecting a diplomatic incident might be unfolding. While the situation was quickly clarified, British tabloids seized the incident, playfully dubbing it the ice cream scandal. The episode sparked a wave of good-natured jokes online, with social media users sharing memes and humorous commentary. Brits have a range of expectations for Starmer, who assumed office as Prime Minister during a challenging period marked by economic instability, strained international relations, and a divided political landscape. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think Starmer's time as Prime Minister will hold for Britain? Let us know in the comments section below.